This is All India Radio, the news read by Anant Mishra. The National Water Resources Council has adopted National Water Policy 2012 at its meeting held in New Delhi today. Briefing reporters after the meeting, Water Resource Minister Mr. Harish Rawat said that there was broader consensus in the meeting on community management of water resources, climate change adaptation strategy and efficient use of water. The council meeting was attended by several chief ministers, union ministers and state ministers. Earlier, the Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh in his inaugural address called for a judicious management of limited water resources. He said lack of water could become the limiting factor to social and economic growth in future. He said there is a need to take steps to minimize misuse of groundwater by regulating the use of electricity for its extraction. Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde today said that a decision on the issue of separate statehood for Telangana will be taken within a month. Addressing the media after an all-party meeting on the issue in New Delhi, he urged people to maintain calm. After the meeting, Telangana Rashtra Samiti Chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao told reporters that this party is not satisfied with the meeting, while BJP has demanded a special session of Parliament to pass a bill for a separate state of Telangana. Our correspondent reports representatives of 8 parties, including Congress, BJP, Telugu Desam Party, Telangana Rashtra Samiti and YSR Congress attended the meeting. In Gujarat, BJP MLA Jetha Bharwad was today arrested after the district court rejected his anticipatory bail plea in connection with the firing incident during the recent assembly polls. An FIR had been registered against Bharwad and 9 others for their alleged involvement in an incident of firing 8 rounds from the gun of his bodyguard at a polling booth in Tarsang village of Sahera during the second phase of polling in Gujarat on December the 17th. 4 people had sustained injuries in the firing. The MLA was absconding since December the 18th. The 23-year-old Delhi gang rape victim has significant brain injury, infection in lungs and abdomen, and she is currently struggling against all odds at Mount Elizabeth Hospital, where her condition continues to be extremely critical. Dr. Kelvin Lowe, Chief Executive Officer, Mount Elizabeth Hospital, in a statement said that the patient is currently struggling against all odds and fighting for her life. The girl, who was gang raped and brutally assaulted in a moving bus on December the 16th, was brought to Singapore in an air ambulance yesterday and admitted to the intensive care unit. The Punjab and Haryana High Court has taken a suo motu cognizance over the alleged police harassment meted out to a 17-year-old Patiala girl who eventually ended her life Wednesday night, 1.5 months after being gang raped, humiliated and threatened. The court asked the Inspector General of Police, Patiala Zone, to submit a report detailing why there was a delay in the police action on the teenage girl's complaint. Meanwhile, Punjab Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal today constituted a high-level team headed by ADGP Crime Jaswinder Singh to visit the village and victim's family to thoroughly probe into the matter. Northern Railway made history today with the first train ever crossing the mighty Pir Panjal mountain range through India's longest railway tunnel connecting Kashmir Valley to Banihal town on Srinagar-Jammu National Highway. The train, on a trial run, arrived to a thunderous applause from the people at Banihal station from Kazigund in Anantnag district of Kashmir. The Kazigund-Banihal link passes through 11.21 kilometer tunnel, the longest railway tunnel in India, reducing 35 kilometer distance between the two towns by half. Veteran corporate leader Ratan Tata retired as chairman of Tata Group today after successfully heading the group for 50 years. Tata, who turned 75 today, has handed over the reins of the group to Cyrus Mistry, who was chosen his successor last year and formally appointed chairman earlier this month. And that is the end of this news bulletin.